Hello everyone, Jonathan Casey here with Mercury's Messenger Astrology, here to talk about February 15th, 2020. Sorry I missed the last 2 days. I didn't do any videos. I went to camp and no internet out there. I worked all day yesterday, being the 13th, and the 14th. I went to job interviews, packed my stuff, and came back out to Cartier, where I am now. And now I'm back in Cartier, and I did my post for the 15th for Facebook, and now I'm doing my video here. It's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. And I'm doing my video for tomorrow. So there's actually quite a bit going on. So let's just look straight at the chart to mention it all. So the moon is at the end of Scorpio here and will be moving into Sagittarius today, as it squares the sun. So we're in the last week of this lunar cycle. It's as it's going to move into Sagittarius, it will trine the Black Moon Lilith and Chiron conjunction. And we also have Mars at the final degree of Sag, who probably not till tomorrow, probably in the middle of the night, will move into Capricorn here. Let's just see. Yeah, tomorrow for sure will be in Capricorn. Sorry, the moon is also, was earlier today, sextiling Pluto and Saturn. Yeah, and so sorry. Mars moving into Capricorn will be squaring Lilith and Chiron. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, or even the days following, as Mars will come to perfect that square. Today we'll talk about the moon moving out of Scorpio into Sag, making this trine. This trine to Black Moon Lilith and Chiron. So we went through a transformation anyhow, over the past 2 days, with the moon here in Scorpio. Some deep feelings, some possibly karmic events, kind of had to be, we had to feel through that that karma for that transformation to occur. And as she moves into Sagittarius, is ready to act in a direction, and the direction I feel is this Lilith Chiron healing. So Venus was there a few days ago, putting some love in that area. Now Black Moon Lilith and Chiron is healing the shadow, and Mars rules Aries, so really, turning the heat up and starting to act in ways to heal that shadow. That transformation is complete. We're ready to move forward in what we've uncovered in regards to um, our wounds and we've shined some light on it, on the shadow. Um, so these wounds and this shadow, we probably have a better idea what it is now. Yeah. Mercury also, by the way, I think, what is it, tomorrow or the next day goes retrograde. Oops, what's going on? Where am I? I'm on the 16th here. Mercury stations on the 16th. And probably turns retrograde on the 17th as Mars comes into Capricorn. So, like I was saying, we're ready to. Our feelings have a target. We have an emotional target we want to hit, and Mars wants to really make that real. Um, and that emotional target is to heal our wounds and to um, bring light to that shadow aspect, that part of ourselves that we've buried, that we don't like to look at, that shadow aspect. So I feel like that kind of what I just said explains the full energy a little bit more. Um, that we have an emotional target that Saturn wants to make real in Capricorn. That Mars wants to make real, move forward with it, um, and this being in Aries, Mars's sign, and trining the moon, which the moon is also um, in sextile to Saturn. Saturn ruling Capricorn. Well, that was a little earlier, but yeah, I'm just kind of getting carried. I've basically said what I wanted to say. We have an emotional target that Mars wants to start making it real, to heal the wounds and to uncover the shadow. That is uh, what I have to say about today. Um, yeah, so anyhow, I got my new deck of cards in the mail. Sorry, let me go back to this screen here. So I got my new. Here, I'll grab them. Sorry about that. So I have had these cards here for a little while now. The Santa Morte Tarot deck. And now I got the Oracle deck that goes with it. Finally in the mail. I waited a long time for them. Um, they're quite beautiful cards. Here they are right here in my hand. Um, the artwork is gorgeous. They are challenging, a little bit more challenging to use than other oracle cards that I have. I've got to understand a lot of, like this one here is memory. Digging up our thoughts, our memories. But there's 8 cards. So the deck has 32 cards, and they're grouped into eight 4 sections of 8 cards, and there's one section where the 8 cards are Aztec gods, uh, and those gods I feel are gonna be the difficult ones for me to use in readings. I feel like I'm not really that familiar with the gods. I have tried to associate them with planets or zodiac signs. Um, however, the as I read about them, um, they don't seem to share a lot of the same attributes that one particular planet or zodiac sign would hold. It almost seems to be like a blend of 2 planets or 2 zodiac signs kind of deal, um, for a lot of cases. So I find that aspect difficult. But what's really cool is the back side of these cards. If you lay them out in a proper pattern, it makes the Ouija board. And the front side, um, there's 8 cards, 2 different sets of 8 cards that go together to make a landscape picture. So that's pretty cool. I'm enjoying the cards. I'll have to really get used to them to use them in readings, or I'll just have to always refer to the book um, when using them in readings. I've just been using my steampunk tarot deck, steampunk oracle deck, and it's pretty easy to um, do readings with those cards. However, like um, this one, for example, means male, uh, male energy. So maybe not that difficult there. Uh, Chaos. Um, I guess that's not too difficult either. I'm just gonna have to, I guess, get used to them. But yeah, they're a beautiful deck, and let's just kind of. I feel like I'm dragging on. I've been, for some reason, I went to that interview today, and I just don't feel very confident on that. And some options have kind of come my way. Um, uh, my friend with that house, um, he finally said that it's available for me to move in. However, only for 2 months, 2.5 months, which brings me back to the season where I can move back into my camp full time. He has also given me a great price if I wanted to buy the house, um, which I would need funding, and this job interview where I just didn't get the best feeling. Um, so I just feel like there's some things weighing on my mind, some choices to make, all these different things that are playing factors right now, and so my mind's just not completely here, I guess, And anyhow, I had a difficult time even with this. Um, as you guys can see, I played a little bit with my backdrop. I have this cool book um, about pirates, and I just felt I'd use that with the kind of Book of the Dead, the skulls, skeleton kind of um, theme going. So yeah, that's anyhow. These are the cards that I drew for February 15th, 2020. The Two of Wands, and I'm not even going to. I will try. Huitzilopochtli. Oh boy. Anyhow, so that is a deity. I'll get to that. So the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands card is an action card. The element is fire, and it is I act, I desire. And as for the two being about balance and partnerships, we can also look at this as you being presented with two options and you must act on one. The depiction on this card shows a masked man with two guns drawn. This can signify someone ready to go after what they want. I feel as though this depiction can also represent someone desperate to attain what they desire. This card is saying to be in balance with your actions or desired partnerships. The Huitzilopochtli card. The Aztec god, the Aztec god is a deity of war and human sacrifice. He was the Aztec god of the sun. He is simultaneously benevolent but strict. Just as the sun consents life on earth, its excess can burn and kill. Powerful and generous, yet lethal if we do not keep the right distance from it. I don't need to go down. Cards in Unity. Following Valentine's Day, things are hot with these two fire element cards. The combination of these two cards are quite promising, however, betides a tale of caution to not be too arrogant and presumptuous towards what you desire. You must find the right range to keep the fires burning. You don't want the fires to burn out. To keep them burning in your relationships, you have to find the balance and harmony within yourself. The advice is to evaluate your options and proceed calmly in the direction you have chosen. You are ready to act with balance towards what you desire, and the sun will bring this to light. Shall you sacrifice any expectations on the results? On the end results, maybe, is what I should put there. I'll edit that in a minute. But yeah, that's my video for today. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys all again real soon. Bye for now.